is now in session. Magistrate Laura Ray presiding.
Good afternoon.
Just so you know, we only have three. Two of them
Okay.
have bonded out. We have Lyon, Myler, and Reyes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Right. Available, please. Yes, good afternoon, Deputy. Hi,
Yes, ma'am. Who would you like to see first?
Mr. Lyon, please. All right. Good afternoon. We are on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Michael Stephen Lyon. This is case number 191-562-FY. This is the time and date scheduled for a first appearance in this bench warrant, sir. It's been alleged that you should be held in contempt for failure to report to probation as directed, contrary to the terms and conditions of probation set forth on January 8th of 2020. I'm going to make sure you understand, sir, you have the right to contest this charge at a hearing. You are entitled to a lawyer's assistance at the hearing and at all subsequent court proceedings. A lawyer will be appointed at public expense if you want one and are financially unable to retain one. I also want to make sure you understand, sir, that you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say orally or in writing can be used against you in court. A determination will need to be made as to whether you're indigent, sir. You may be responsible for the cost of some, all, or none of your representation, depending on your financial situation. There should be a form available at the jail for you to fill out that can be provided to the indigent defense coordinator. We're going to go ahead and set a date for a hearing on this. I'm sorry, I cannot take a plea today, Mr. Dunham. So we're going to go ahead and set a date for a hearing. I am not going to allow bond on account of this being a bench warrant for a probation violation, and there being concerns about that. Mr. Dunham, is there anything else you'd like me to be aware of?
Well, my client simply wants to get in front of the judge as soon as he can.
Okay, we'll go ahead and set this for a hearing as soon as possible, sir. Good luck to you, sir. All right. Is Mr. Reyes available, please? Good afternoon. We're on the record in the state of Michigan versus Jose Reyes Santos. This is case number 220357. This is the time that it's scheduled for a first appearance in this matter. Sir, I want to remind you, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing can be used against you in court. You have the right to have a lawyer present during any questioning you consent to. If you do not have the money to hire a lawyer will be appointed for you, and you have the right to a lawyer in all subsequent court proceedings and the right to a trial by jury when required by law. A determination will need to be made as to whether you're indigent. You may be responsible for the cost of some, all, or none of your representation, depending on your financial situation. There should be a form available at the jail. Please complete that so it can be returned to the Indigent Defense Coordinator's office for that calculation. We're going to go ahead and set dates for a pretrial conference in this matter that will be held remotely by Zoom. Please make sure that the court has your current contact information, sir. Okay. I'm showing an Ormsby Street address in Adrian. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. If you change your address, please let the court know so that we know how to contact you. Mr. Dunham, do you have any comment with regard to bonds?
I'm being told by Mr. Reyes that he works in a restaurant in East Lansing, so he would like to get his bond as low as possible, a PR presumably, but as low as possible, you try and get out and get to work.
Okay. All right, because he resides out of county, typically that would be a $30,000, 10% bonds. I'm gonna lower it a little bit, in the hopes that he can get to work. We'll make it 20,000, 10%. However, I am gonna require a mandatory scram unit, sir. Okay. Good luck to you, sir.
Magistrate.
Yeah.
On Mr. Lyon, I had 2 files that needed to be addressed. He had a bench warrant on 220169.
Is true. I will ask them to return home. Oh,
Thank you.
oh, okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Mr. Reyes. Deputy, I'm sorry, could we bring Mr. Lyon back? I have, there's a second file on that case that I needed to address with him.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
so do I
Good
get a bond
afternoon,
on
Mr.
that?
Lyon. I apologize for bringing you back more than once, but there is an additional matter to address. It's the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Michael Stephen Lyon, case number 220169 ST. This is a bench warrant asking that you be held in contempt for failure to appear for a March 22nd arraignment and pretrial.
Yeah,
So, sir, I just want to remind you the same things I said about your right to remain silent, apply also in this case, okay? So I know you've also had a chance to speak to an attorney. Has your attorney explained to you these rights?
yes,
Okay, thank you. All right, I'm also going to do no bond on this one, but we will again try to have you see the judge as soon as possible, sir. And thank you. Have a good day.
any idea how soon that'll be?
Do you know, Nikki?
I'm sorry.
Do you know how? Yes,
Probably
yes.
Thursday.
Probably next Thursday, sir.
Next Thursday?
Yeah.
Thursday, yeah.
This Thursday, I'm sorry.
All right, thank you.
Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. All right. Mr. Myler, please. All right. We are on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Douglas Scott Myler. We've got case number 220354 FY and case number 220355 FY. In case number 220354 FY, you've been charged with 1 count of assaulting, resisting, or obstructing a police officer. This is a felony carrying a maximum 2 years incarceration and/or $2,000 fine. In case number 220355 FY, you've been charged with 1 count of assaulting, resisting, or obstructing a police officer. Again, this is a felony with a maximum 2 years incarceration and/or $2,000 fine. 1 count of domestic violence. This is a misdemeanor carrying a maximum of 93 days incarceration and/or $500 fine. A count of assault and battery, a misdemeanor carrying a maximum 93 days incarceration and/or $500 fine. And another count of assault and battery, again, a misdemeanor carrying a maximum 93 days incarceration and/or $500 fine. I want to remind you, sir, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing can be used against you in court. You have the right to have a lawyer present during any questioning you consent to. If you do not have the money to hire a lawyer will be appointed for you. You have the right to a lawyer at all subsequent court proceedings. You have the right to a preliminary examination and the consideration of a pretrial release. Again, sir, if you're unable to afford an attorney will be appointed to represent you going forward. However, a determination will need to be made as to whether you're indigent. You may be responsible for the cost of some, all, or none of your representation, depending on your financial situation. There is a form available at the jail. Please complete that form so that it can be provided to the Indigent Defense Coordinator's office to determine your appointment of attorney. We're going to go ahead and set dates for a probable cause conference and a preliminary examination. These dates are held in person at the Hillsdale County Courthouse Annex located at 49 North Howell Street. If you bond out, sir, please remember to provide the court with your contact information so that the court knows where to find you, sir, so to send you your notice. And if you don't hear from us in about a week, please contact the court to inquire as to your court dates. Mr. Dunham, do you have any comments with regard to bonds?
You would like the lowest bond possible. He works at Martin Rhea. He's got a shift tonight if he can go.
All right, I have two concerns about these cases. One is that we're talking about violent felonies in both situations. The second is that Mr. Myler is out of county. So in case number 220354 FY, I'm going to set a bond of $5,000, 10%. And then in case number 220355 FY, count one, $5,000, 10%, count two, $20,000, 10%, count three, $5,000, 10%, and count four, $5,000, 10%. No contact with Bailey Lysing, Shauna Yoder, or Eric Hoff. And at the probable cause conference, Mr. Myler will have the opportunity to address bond again with a judge if he has concerns about that. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good afternoon, Mr. Dunham.
Thank you. Thank you.